One of the things about trading that so many people overlook is there's trading rules, there's charts, there's technical indicators, all these things. But ultimately, a lot of getting this, of succeeding in trading, is you against that man or woman in the mirror. Today, we're going to talk about 5 myths of trading psychology. Hey everyone, lead trainer of StocksToTrade, Tim Bohen here. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Would love to get the word out there. We do a ton of stuff here on the channel, and share as much as you can and ring that bell to be notified as soon as we go live or drop a new video. I go live every single trading day at 8:30 Eastern. Would love to see you on the pre-market prep. And if you're looking to take your trading to the next level, check out the Steady Trade team. 2 webinars a day, every single trading day. I think it's a great way to learn this niche. There's so much to know. Twice a day, every day is a great way to learn it. All right, let's get started. So today I'm going to talk about 5 myths of day trading psychology, okay? There's a lot of trading psychology books out there. I recommend many of them. Can't recommend Dr. Brett Steenbarger enough. If you follow me on social media, you know I always say if you can only own one trading book, it's The Daily Trading Coach by Dr. Brett Steenbarger. But outside of Dr. Brett, a lot of bad information out there, a lot of myths out there. And today I picked out kind of the 5 I hear repeated the most that I really disagree with or think you could spin differently. So the first one is, be positive, believe in your ideas, okay? Believe, you'll have conviction. You'll hear that a lot, say some trade is going against you and people will be like, well, you had your plan, stay convicted, you did your homework. Listen, you can do that, okay? You can be convicted and you can be bullheaded if you're trading Apple or Amazon, okay? Over time, look at the 20-year chart of either of those stocks. You can kind of close your eyes and be bullheaded, and maybe you'll be wrong in the short term, but they'll trend higher. But, it's difficult to grow your small account on those high-priced stocks. Most of you are probably trading penny stocks. That's the best way to grow your account. I mean, Apple isn't going up 100, 200, 1,000 these days, 4,000, 5,000% in some of these OTCs. So you got to remember, all of these stocks are going to fail. You can't be positive. I mean, that may sound weird. Have your idea, do your research, annotate your chart, take your notes, plan your entries and exits. But ultimately, I talk about this a lot on the Steady Trade team webinars. Go in eyes wide open. All penny stocks will fail. I mean, there have been like 2 to 10 true penny stocks, like OTC 1-cent stocks, that have ever actually shipped a product, succeeded, and been around years later. So be positive in yourself, but know that they'll all fail. And when that stop loss hits, be willing to be wrong. Accept the fact that, listen, I was wrong. I didn't have the right read, or some news came out. You take your stop and move on. Okay? No. That's, I think, one of the biggest things. Know what penny stocks are. They're trading vehicles. They're ways to make money. They're not investments. They're not Apple or Amazon, okay? Next one is take a break. You hear that a lot. Detach. Take a few days off. Take a few weeks off. Take a month off. Again, if you follow me around on my social media, you know that I ain't having that, man. There's no such thing as time off, okay? We got 80 years on this planet, 90 years on this planet, maybe 100 years on this planet. There's no time off, okay? Stock market's closed on the weekends. Stock market's closed at night. Stock market closes at 4 p.m., okay? Doesn't open up, NASDAQ and NYSE doesn't open up till 4 a.m. You got plenty of time off, okay? I say, if you make some bad mistakes, if you get frustrated, you overtrade, you let your stop slip, take a short-term break, okay? Go for a walk, maybe run on the treadmill, maybe do some deadlifts, get some frustration out, maybe go to lunch, take some minutes off, maybe a couple hours, but I do not believe in this stuff of days or weeks or months off. You listen, if you're learning this niche, you need to maximize your time and grind. Now, I'm not saying take an hour off, come back, and start trading like a madman again. But you got to get back. You got to start running your scans. You got to start looking at your charts, and you got to put that work in. Okay? So take an hour break, but that's it. Get back after it. Discipline. And this is one we'll kind of disagree with, what I just said. Just because you wake up early, just because you're sitting there staring at the monitors all day, doesn't mean you're going to be successful. Yes, you do need to put in the time, but you got to make sure you're doing the right things. It's one thing to be disciplined and, sit here and just say, I'm going to sit at this computer 12 hours a day. You got to make the right choices. You got to be running the right scans. You got to know how to interpret the news. You got to know how to interpret the filings and all of these macro pieces of information out there. Now listen, I think the Steady Trade team is the best way to do that, to learn the right things to be doing and the right habits, okay? When you talk about discipline, I've showed up every single day for 5 years. Every single day. On time for 5 years. I've done 2,504 webinars as of today. Get in there, start learning this stuff, and you'll learn the right habits and the right things to be spending time on. So be disciplined, but in the right way. So next thing, removing stress, you hear all that, but at some point, listen, you're always going to have some sort of stress. I mean, you can pay off all your debts, which I highly recommend. You can buy your wife flowers every week, which I do, which I highly recommend. Happy wife, happy life. You can do all these right things, but there's always going to be something wrong, okay? There's always going to be, I think that's one of the things that's, problematic. Or, there's kind of been this thing over the last decade or so. And listen, I'm as guilty of reading self-help books as anybody, but there's this kind of fallacy that you could get to that point where you have this perfect life, where you have no debts, happy wife, happy kids, your neighbor's a great guy, your car never breaks down, just everything's perfect. That ain't happening, man. It is not going to happen. Listen, do as many things as you can to get your house in order, okay? I recommend Jocko Willink all the time. Again, put that money away. Make the right choices. Do the maintenance on the car. Change your oil. Check your tires so you don't get broke down and have to deal with that. But also recognize that you have to, there's going to be stress and you have to have a sense of urgency. I mean, at the end of the day, trading is hard. It's difficult. And I think with no sense of urgency, no goal, no, driving fire, you're probably not going to be successful. So do whatever you can to minimize your stress, but just know that it's always going to be there. Next thing is, you hear all this talk of, and even I do it. I talk about the OODA loop a lot: observe, orientate, decide, and act. Roddy Boyd, I believe, fighter jet pilot, developed it. But, I talk about it a lot, especially with trading. And, the goal is, whether you're flying a fighter jet or you're in a gunfight or you're in a fist fight or you're trading, you want to get to the point where you can cycle through that loop as fast as possible. Observe, orientate, decide, and act. But ultimately, I think a lot of people rush that too much. And yes, you do need to make snap decisions in trading, but you got to realize that, especially right now, you don't need to be rushed. You can take your time, because I say it every day, I've never seen a market that is more misser friendly, okay? And when I say misser friendly, this is the lowest FOMO market I have ever seen, because if you miss a trade in 2020, 2021, and I think for the foreseeable future, wait 5 minutes, there'll be another trade. I mean, seriously, especially with these low-priced runners, these OTC stocks that we've seen. We've got earnings winners. We've got all these technology stocks. We got all these SPACs, special purpose acquisitions companies. So yes, work on your OODA loop, work on your process, try and cycle through as fast as possible, but never feel rushed. There's no need to feel rushed right now. So, all right, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, kind of breaking down some of those myths of trading. Always be skeptical. Something I kind of appreciate. I started out, if you know my bio, I started out actively day trading every day back in 2007, and I started out as short seller. Always been very skeptical by nature. Now I've kind of evolved my style over time, but just take that, whether it be a trade or whether it be a trading rule or a little psychology tidbit, think it through and be like, does this really make sense? Should I be positive no matter what? Should I take a week off? Should I, fly to the Caribbean if I just lost 50 grand? I mean, to me, if you just lost 50 grand, you should probably get back on the grind as fast as possible. So be skeptical, but grind, work hard, do the best you can to improve that 1% better a day. And I think the best way to get 1% better a day is to check out the Steady Trade team. Would love to work with you in the small group every single trading day, and hopefully I'll see you in there soon.